Hi everyone. Today I am going to tell you a short story from Saptika Parva of Mahabharata. And this one, the name of the story is Lord Krishna cursed Ashwatthama. Why did he curse him? So let me begin the story. When the Pandavas won over Kauravas, three warriors from Kauravas fled away. They were Kritavarma, Kripacharya and Ashwatthama. They went to the forest and after a while they searched for Duryodhana. And at last they found Duryodhana lying on the ground with broken thigh and he was getting severe pain. Looking at his miserable condition, Ashwatthama felt very bad. So he couldn't tolerate his painful situation. So he promised before him that, O king, O monarch, somehow I will kill all the Pandavas. This is my vow. And after taking the vow, all these three, means Kritavarma, Kripacharya and Ashwatthama, they came from that place, came out from that place. Then in the jungle they took rest. It was night time, so they took rest under a banyan tree. And Kritavarma and Kripacharya, being tired, they fell asleep. But Ashwatthama couldn't sleep. He just looked at the tree and there he was looking at the branches of the tree. At that time, he saw that there are numerous crows. And suddenly, an owl came and attacked the crows and killed all of them. Immediately, a plan struck to his mind. Ashwatthama thought that, yes, this owl has taught me a lesson. If I will fight with Pandavas, I can never win over them. So why not, while they were sleeping, why not I will kill them? Thus, taking this brilliant idea, he just asked them, means the other two, to wake up, and he told them about his plan. First, Kripacharya just didn't agree with his plan that if a person kills a sleeping person, then it is not good, it's not fair enough to kill a person when somebody is sleeping. But somehow Ashwatthama didn't listen to him. Ultimately they three proceeded towards the Pandava camp. When they reached at Pandava camp, fortunately that time all the five Pandavas and Lord Krishna with Satyaki, they had already out of the camp from that place. Then, since Ashwatthama was burning with anger and he was determined to take the revenge, he entered into the camp and killed whoever were there. Like he killed all the five sons of Draupadi and Yudhamanyu, Duryodhana, everybody, and also Drishtadimna. And he brutally killed all of them. If anyone was escaped from him, that one was killed by Kritavarma and Kripacharya at the gate. Thus, after finishing their work, means the heinous work, sinful act, they went away, leaving the Pandava camp. And by this, a huge uproar came out from the other people, means the soldiers or somebody, and that news came to all the five Pandavas and Lord Krishna about the sinful act of Ashwatthama. Ashwatthama was, Lord Krishna became extremely angry. However, when King Duryodhana, when King Yudhishthir heard about it, he fainted. But after regaining his sense, he felt extremely sorry for his sons and for the condition of, he knew very well what would be the condition of Draupadi. Anyways, then Nakul went to bring Draupadi from Upalabhya. When she reached there, hearing the news, she already knew that, but once again she fainted there. And then she cried aloud and said, O king, if you will not kill Ashwatthama and bring his gem from his head, then I will die straightway doing fasting. Fasting means praya, that's a type of fasting without food and water. That means still her wish will not be fulfilled. She will not touch anything, neither the food nor the drink. And seeing her miserable condition, pitiful condition, Bhimsen couldn't tolerate. Out of anger, immediately he took his chariot and Nakul became the charioteer, and they ran to find out Ashwatthama. That night only, when Ashwatthama, when Bhimsen went away, Lord Krishna told Yudhishthira, O king, look, Ashwatthama is a wretch and he is very, very wicked-minded. And he is wrathful also. He can do anything to Bhimsen. So, instantly you do something and protect Bhimsen from the wrath of Ashwatthama. Thus, Lord Krishna, Yudhishthira and Arjun, they sat in one chariot and ran to follow Bhimsen. Ultimately, they saw Bhimsen. By that time, Ashwatthama was sitting near the bank of Bhagirathi means Ganga, where Vyasadeva was surrounded by the other rishis and was present there. And Ashwatthama just covered his whole body with ash, and he was wearing just a simple cloth which was made up of kusa grass. When Ashwatthama saw Bhimsen, that Bhimsen was running towards him, immediately he took a blade of grass and chanted some mantra. Thus he made that blade of grass into a divine weapon that is known as Brahmashira. Actually, Brahmashira is much higher than Brahmastra, and this Brahmashira is no less than your 1,000 of nuclear bomb for today's present world. And when Ashwatthama picked up that, Lord Krishna could understand his intention, and immediately, because they also reached there, they saw Bhimsen was running after Ashwatthama. So Lord Krishna asked Arjun, O Arjun, you never used any high celestial weapon in the war, but right now you take your Brahmashira, whatever you got from Guru Dronacharya, and use it, counteract it. Otherwise, this Brahmashira will completely annihilate the whole total universe. So do it immediately. Then Arjun also discharged his Brahmashira. But when Ashwatthama released his Brahmashira, that time a blazing fire came out from the weapon, and a spear of fire was only seen from every side. And Arjuna also released his to counteract Ashwatthama's weapon. Looking at the terrible weapons already discharged at that time, thousands of meteors dropped down from the sky, and the whole total earth with its rivers, forest, everything started shaking severely. And all the living creatures, they were just looked at everywhere out of fear. At that very time, Narad and Vyasadeva, these two excellent rishis, they just stood in the middle of the two weapons before they met. And immediately Vyasadeva, and they were so powerful, these two rishis, they were so powerful and so divine, means they had so much divine power that nothing had happened to them. They were incapable of being moved by anything. They just stood in the midst of the two weapons. At that time, Vyasadeva said, Ki, O Arjun and O Ashwatthama, what rash act of this? Why did you release this weapon? This is not to be released at all, discharged at all. Then Ashwatthama said, Ki, O Rishi, I was afraid of Bhimsen, and out of fear to save my life, I released this one. And then Vyasadeva said, Ki, O Ashwatthama, you are a Brahmin, you are son of a noble Brahmin. Now please you withdraw this weapon. Then Ashwatthama said, Ki, O Rishi, I know how to discharge it, but I do not know how to withdraw the weapon. Then when he asked Arjun immediately bowed down his head to all the gods, and he withdrew his weapon. Then Rishi Vyasadeva said, Ki, O Ashwatthama, Arjun is a noble person, and he has taken, he already observed the rigid vows, and he was a perfect brahmacharin. He had performed the brahmacharin vrata also. So whatever you want to kill Arjun, he obeys the superiors, and he is absolutely virtuous. So why do you want to kill him and all the Pandavas? Then, and for the benefit of all the creatures, Arjun had already withdrawn his weapon. What for you have done this? Then Ashwatthama said, Ki, O Lord, I do not know how to withdraw, and I want to take revenge. So this weapon of mine will fall upon the orbs of all the Pandavas, O men. Then Rishi Vyasadeva got very angry, and Lord Krishna, he smiled and said, Well done, Ashwatthama, don't worry. This divine weapon will never be without any action. So it will come to the womb of Uttara, who is now pregnant. But don't worry, the child will die in the womb only. But remember, I will revive him again. Now let me see how you will kill all the Pandavas. And you know what? Once a sage told Uttara that when all the Kauravas will be wiped away, then her son will rule the king for long time. And he will be a virtuous king, noble king, and every Shastra will be with him. So you don't worry for that. You do it. Then once again you will see my power, how I will keep the child of Uttara. Thus, and immediately Ashwatthama got angry, and he said, Why you are so partial towards Pandavas, O Lord, O Krishna? What for you are doing that? Then Lord Krishna said, I have never seen a wretch like you. You are sinful, you are a murderer of children, and nobody will accept your thought or your plan. Whatever you want, you have already done it. Now take my curse. For 3,000 years, you will roam over the earth, and without companion, without any friend. And yes, your whole body will be covered with pus and blood. Nobody will ask you, nobody will see your benefit. Anyhow, thank you so much. This much is the story. Once again, I will meet you. I will tell you another new story. Thank you.